And hello everyone. Sick me back at it again. Let's move over to the other screen. There we go. Does it? There we go. Didn't want to see Blitz, I guess. But yeah, we are back to Prove Your Skill 5, Day 2. As usual, on Day 2, we don't follow a specific team, but a bracket, which is why there is not going to be a logo on screen. But again, to quickly go over the rules again, please keep the chat in English. If you have any questions that can be answered by the moderators, then hope for that. But otherwise, I will have to wait 5 minutes at least to be able to respond, since there's a delay of 5 minutes. And when I'm in a match itself commentating, then I also will try to avoid looking at the chat too much to just concentrate. Whilst we're on that, there are also no rewards. Hating on the team is not allowed and will get you timed out, but you are definitely free to cheer for any team that you would like to win, of course. And I think that's basically it. So, let's have a look at the brackets. Unfortunately, our stream ended early yesterday due to BPS, the one with a singular minus, losing. But today that is not going to happen, as we have brackets to follow. And of course we have 4 streamers back at it again. And let me tell you who is streaming what, in case you are unaware. APA versus Sparta will be streamed by myself. We are following this path. And then the match of 3rd place. So we're not seeing the finals. Quick and Reity here, and then whoever wins, of course, we're gonna watch next. Recommend Raid are playing against each other. This one streamed by Jack, Wild Ones Helper. He will be streaming that one, if you are interested in that matchup. Then we have Endgame and Reity here. So Reity in one half of this. I'm gonna be then facing here, which also will be, of course, therefore streamed by Jack. And before the semis, we will have a talk with him. I've already planned with him to meet up, and yeah, gonna have some predictions and all that good stuff. Shadow versus Serenity will be streamed by Fujit, so you can check him out if you want to see this match. They are going to be meeting either Loka or KV4 in the round after. Cash and Vale are playing down here, and they will meet whoever wins between BPS and A1N1. Both of which, or not both of which, but this game being streamed by Aminet, meaning we have 2 streamers in each bracket, meaning we're going to be seeing most of the games, but only half of the first round, unfortunately, because there's not 8 streamers, and that would be a bit hard to manage. So yeah, this is the bracket. Let's have a quick look at the leaderboard. Let me just get that on screen for you. Wrong tab, sorry. And here we go. So currently leading here is Endgame by quite a margin, with 31,000. The only team who has sustained 80% in the top 8 here, which also has made quite a change, with Serenity here in second. BPS, who lost yesterday, the game we streamed, to the other BPS, who have jumped up from 7th to 5th thanks to that performance. Loka here is still in 4th, so that has not changed all that much on that end. We have APA here in 6th, and A1N1 in 7th place. Reckham here will be, and Reckham following up on 8th, sorry for that. And yeah, with that we have the middle echelon, which is very close to the top 8 here, 2,700 or 27,000. 26.3 Reity here, right close at them, with 2 teams in today, having a good chance to maybe jump in if they perform well, especially given the fact that BPS is not playing tonight. I think the other teams are there. Pretty sure they're in. Endgame is playing. Serenity is playing. Loka is. BPS is. APA is also. A1N1 is. And Reckham is also. So that will be interesting. We also have IW who are not playing today. Did drop out early with both teams yesterday. Shadow here who are playing today. Sparta as well as Raid and Vale, all looking for potential here, but not as close as Zenith and Cash here. Filling up the bottom top 16, but even that is not fully decided. But I don't think any of the top 32 teams are in there today. Other than Quickie, I believe. I don't think there's any other team that does. Oh, never mind. KV4 is. These are the only top 32 teams here that made it to today. And with that, that's basically it for the leaderboard. There's nothing else to that. And we should have our invite, and it is there exactly. We're watching APA versus Sparta. Looking forward to that one. Again, as I'm still not feeling all that great, I will leave off the webcam for tonight. Hope you can forgive me for that. But yeah, first map of the day will be Yukon, which is very interesting. So Yukon itself, that is. I am intrigued to see what will happen there. And yeah. Lost my point. So lineup. Sorry for that. Double VK, double VKP, double mouse, meaning a lot of side scraping capabilities and a lot of hit points just in general. Usually you'd see VKs instead of mouses being a pick, but playing both here is a rather intriguing choice, so I'm interested to see how that one will work out. Being accompanied here by double Kran and an E5 as well. So we have a full 7 heavy tank lineup, with Yukon being a map, or one of the a couple of maps with 4 caps here. Definitely going to be interesting, as there is no real, you see, mobility on this team from APA. Sparta here does decide to bring some though. We have the T22 here and Stingy Ninevicus, meaning a lot more mobile, but also a lot more vulnerable in terms of lineup. But we definitely have to compensate triple IS4 and double E5. It's pretty rare to see more IS4s than E5s in the current meta, so very interesting to see that choice being made. The IS4 does have more hit points than an E5 though, so might be a bit of balancing in that aspect. So interesting to see that develop here. Interesting. I'm not sure how this match will go, really. I'm expecting a big brawl near the encounter cap area. Probably with the VKs and the Kranwagens there mainly against the IS4s. We might see the 2 mobile tanks here from Sparta even going for potential D cap, maybe even A. Because APA doesn't really have anything fast enough to get there quickly, so if they double up, that could definitely be possible. So, we'll see. Really not sure what to expect from this. Well, yeah, before we start, I guess we could say hi to Senko, Porjako, David, Mr. Big, and Nova, and everyone else watching. Hope you're gonna be enjoying yourself, and that I can be of some entertainment due to my voice lacking in that. So, hope you won't mind too much, and that we can just have some great games here between APA and Sparta. Sparta being as I've mentioned before, big surprise this season to most teams, I think, myself included. So, see if they have what it takes to win against a team like APA here. 19,600 hit points, though, is what I was talking about. That is a lot to chew through. 17,000 on the enemy team. Being Sparta here. Being down by basically an Ice Force hit points here. It's not really all that great. And Sparta here is making an interesting choice. C early. We see potential for A early, and we might even see Sturgeon going for D here. But APA actually going to pressure A a lot more than what I was expecting. But Masinek here overpeaks, takes 2 shots there. At least 2 penetrating ones. And has to be careful not to peek too far. We've also Osel here in the middle already being spotted. As I was talking about, this encounter camp area will be an interesting fight zone. We have double mouse here in B who have managed to cap that station here. For now, just spotting this open cross here, which no one currently is occupying, so he doesn't see anyone, of course. APA here being a little bit aggressive now. Trying to get some map control. Visnado did realize. But APA here losing a little more hit points than Sparta right now. But no significant trades just yet. We do see the Vickers here. Oh, he's avoiding D. He's moving around. Still wanting to get a spot. These mouses have not been seen yet. They definitely must be worrying about where those are. They're not necessarily hiding them, they're just not being used right now. And I think APA has realized the same here, being the Vickers fully unspotted. Being Venue here turning around to deal with that potential. And APA very cornered here, very far into their own part of the map. Here we have these mouses very close to the spawn, and these are... There's not a lot of map control going on for APA right now. Very pressured, very far back. But the mouses are now going to be used. When you hear the first one being spotted by Cookie Ranger and Witcher now being seen as well, the mouses are making their move. And APA here initiating a push over on A with that double Kranwagen here. Mikal there taking a good shot from the Kranwagen. And the double A cap here now happening with Masinek in the corner. Giving them fire support and a lot of damage now slowly coming in. Stygian here from the backlines. Probably looking to shoot down some hash onto these heavies here in the back. Focus is gonna be on Masinek first here. He has 4 tanks on him, including the Vickers, even 5 if we include Advard into this. But Cookie Ranger also is getting quite some heavy focus here, together with Extreme. But the early kill here was definitely on favor of Sparta. Hit points here still favoring APA, though Advard takes a huge chunk of damage. But Yennefer here also very low right now. Osel here being surrounded. That Vickers still pumping constant damage into them. No one there to constantly deal with them. But now with Yennefer dying as well as Extreme and Cookie and Advard here. And also we have a 4v4, but Wiesner is burning. Mikal here getting his revenge shot from earlier. Setting that Kranwagen on fire now with the finishing touch here. Takes a big HE from the back. being focused right now, down to a one shot. Also burns. Witcher here able to clear him with an HE shell. Making this a 3v3 and Manfuck here, being the one focused right now. And Sparta has kept all of that DPM alive that they wanted. Being Vabon, being Stygian in that T22 Vickers combination here. But are now against 2 Mouse. One of which is reasonably low here, being Witcher. Menu here is still having a good chunk. And I think the play here now is to go with Caps. Vabon for B, Stygian for D. Making the right choices here. But I'm not sure if that will be enough to catch up. Menu will be pretty close to B. Witcher here probably looking for C at that point. But that has been seen already. Oh, what a good shot with HE there. It was a max roll. But not really any dent in stopping that camp. Sparta now ganging up on Witcher here. Even if he stops the C camp, that is not gonna do a whole lot. Oh, both tanks here. Both Mouses hitting their shots. And Witcher now being attacked by 2. I'm not sure if he can reload before. Nope. Does not quite manage to get it out. But APA actually in control of the caps here. Oh, good shot from Venue. Probably looking to go into C here, stopping that. Because they will split apart, going for A. Vabon here already on his way towards B. And this is a very, very close one right now. But it seems Sparta is going to be winning this fight. Thanks to that mobility. Thanks to the DPM that they kept alive. APA here did have better focus fire, but their target priority was off. And with that, winning round 1 here. Round 1 just making distance. Stygian is not gonna go down. And that is a well-played game here from Sparta. I was a bit worried at the start. But they played that very, very well. And just like you want, keeping those Mouses alive, because they are very slow. They are very cumbersome. Don't have a lot of DPM either to properly fight back. Meaning that Sparta was able to use these 2 tanks to even more effect. Being the T22 and the Vickers here. Very well played. Did lose a lot of tanks early there. A lot of early damage as well. Masinek here though, absolute annihilation against him. And a very good play there on Yukon. Now on match point here. Sparta looking to make a play. We have lineup changes here on both sides. Sparta going with double 50s, double T22s. Looks to be a very aggressive lineup again. Also with double E5s and Mikal here. And a Mouse. And then we have APA here not really changing up anything other than Yennefer going for an E100 instead of a VKP. Not sure if that will change all too much or how that will affect the strategy, but let's see what they have prepared for us. APA here, not sure if there's any worry of dropping out of the top 8 if they were to lose this game. Not quite sure. But even regardless of that, you don't want to lose a game. You want to keep winning. But currently momentum here definitely on the side of Sparta. Really displaying how you should play in tournaments. And playing it really, really well. APA here now needs to get their stuff together. bit more focused, a bit more collected, and definitely with a little bit better target priority here that they will be needing to show. Wiesner here making their way straight towards A, actually noticing here Wiesner and Masinek here tank swapping. Or just, I guess, the players that are in what tank have swapped. But B here being capped earlier with Mikhail, with Patrick double capping on B. And Sparta here going for a D strat, which is not used often, let's put it that way. But with the speed of the double T22s, that is a lot of cap advantage here early on. But APA also now getting their second cap here after just getting C. Now gonna be getting A. Sparta slowly getting into their positions. Patrick here looking down this line in case anyone does attempt to push it. Gonna have a very good view here. Mikhail in the middle basically holding this alone. And then we have Vaban here with Stygian behind. Extreme here covering the middle. And then the double 50s here just waiting for their next move. Vaban here does see the mouse. No need to shoot. No need to reveal any positions. But since he has spotted in that location, that gives APA a pretty clear idea that they must be playing this flank. I just don't know where exactly. Not sure if Witcher is looking at this bush or not. But he could definitely try going for a blind shot here. It would not be out of the ordinary. Menu here keeping himself low for now. And everyone else also playing this very passively here. APA also stacking their crowns. Just in the same fashion as those 50s are over there from Sparta. Are now turning around though, APA. The ones forced to make a move here since they are the ones down on points. Slowly moving their tanks up. Mikalia has been seen. And Masinek being on the receiving end, both Kranwagens spotted there. Jennifer here was planning to move up, slowly but surely feeling their way to the foreground. But there's not a lot of ways to go, but it seems that the movement is now commencing. We have the mouses already prepared, Jennifer right there with them. The VK is here, the E5s, the Kranwagens are moving up, and APA is preparing to push on B here. And Mikhail, the anchor for Sparta. He is waiting for this. He knows what he has to do. And it is to absorb and to buy time for Sparta. Getting in position. And then just farming down on APA here. Patrick already on his way. Vaban here behind. He's gonna steal C, but Yennefer's right there. Extreme here. Defending that B a bit more. Double 50, and look at that Yennefer. One-shotting the T22, getting an Amarak. What a crucial hit on that one. Do not believe Sparta expected that at all. That giving Yennefer now the time to help out here near B. Now with a point advantage, an extra tank, a lot more hit points. APA here, blessed by RNG. Now in a very, very favorable position. Are gonna bring this to tiebreaker. Thanks to what is basically a singular deciding shot. Poor Vabanier. One hit received, one penetration, blowing the head clean off. Full HP Amarak on that T22. And he was not expecting that. I don't think anyone is. And that basically was crucial because B did not get interrupted like they wanted to. Neither did they get the attention of Yennefer, which was not what their main attention was focused on, but just to get the T22 behind them and stop B. But then, therefore, losing probably just mentality and also just out on hit points on the other flank. Getting out focused, pushed on B. Sparta not prepared, caught with their pants down. And APA here shutting them down very, very fast. As we now move to the tiebreaker, it is Winter Mali. And as we see a mouse here from Masinek, that is probably a play here near the middle. We also see 1 T22, an IS4, double E5 and a Kranwagen. A very armor-based lineup here. Sparta going with a 1-1-3, an unusual tank, but definitely useful. Might be going to the corner here, near the A side. Especially as they also have double IS4, triple E5 and a Vickers. But they could also be going for the top half of the map. Which, even if less favorable or less used, is also a viable choice. And with that, this one will be deciding who moves up into the next round. Both teams now have to play this cautiously. They cannot afford to lose or make reckless mistakes, because it will definitely cost them dearly here. And with that, we have 1,000 HP difference here. APA being a bit ahead. But thanks to the 1-1-3 and the Vickers, that HP can be easily changed up. And if we have a look here, full focus is on the top side for APA, even sending over Yennefer. With Stygian here alone near the A side, just there for spawning, but also full attention here on C. We have both teams sending 2 E5s into the corners here. Isn't that already taking a shot crossing? Very good there from Stygian. Oh, and he takes a second one. Advat there waited for it. And he takes another. He's being very, very reckless with his hit points. Already down to half. Now A being capped here. Masinek already moving up with his mouse. And Cookie Ranger there has to be careful getting side shot here. Meaning they cannot fall back all too far, because if they do, they will receive 460 straight delivered into their side armor. Ooh, there goes another bit of hit points. And with that, Visna's HP drop here has been mitigated thanks to the damage that has been done by that mouse on these E5s here. But also is dropping huge amount of hit points here. And Advard being very greedy, stopping that. Peeking out for another shot here. Oh, doing it again. APA here is being very, very reckless right now and very aggressive. And Sparta is seeing this. They're pushing straight in here. Patrick is on this. Wiesner is down to a one-shot. They have to be very careful, and also here getting focused. Is gonna go out here fairly soon. Cookie Ranger as well, though, being focused, is gonna get killed by the T22. Making this a 6v6. But the hit points are still even. Focused now on Advard here. He's losing a ton. Wiesner goes down. Manfak down to a potential one-shot here. Does drop. But also Advard here does go down there. Did get set on fire from the E5, I believe. And this is now a 4v5. Focus is on Vaban. Yennefer here still alive in their T22. Focusing Stygian now. The DPM tanks fighting it out. And the Vickers here, no chance of winning that. But Mikhail is already on their way to help. Puts in one. The Vickers now needs to pen this. Nope, they bounce, but so does Yennefer. And with that, the IS4 here should be able to help. They still lose the Vickers though, and that is a crucial loss at that. Witcher here does not go down to Patrick. And with that, Mikhail is alone. And Sparta here giving up what was a very good start. And a very reckless approach by APA. But they did manage to overcome it and are gonna be moving on to the next round. Sparta here displaying a fantastic game tonight. Very well played. A bit sad for them due to that Amarak last round. But in this game, definitely did get outplayed here by APA. And are therefore out of this tournament. But they've played very well and I want to give my credit out for that. But so did APA. Definitely very reckless with the approach that they made in the late part of the game. Not sure why they did that. But with that, let's have a quick look at the assistants and see what the streamers will see next. And that is APA versus Reity, which I will be streaming. Raid versus Endgame, seen by Wild One's Helper, meaning Reity lost both their teams here. Serenity versus Loka, streamed by Fujit. And BPS losing in the first round to A1N1. Very surprised by that. I'm in that now streaming Vale versus A1N1. Shocking here, but we do love surprises, don't we? A1N1 here jumping into the top 8 thanks to yesterday's performance. Definitely looking to jump a little bit higher here, as we only have one more previous skill after this. Their team's definitely looking to make these count. And let's have a quick look at the next map. And also, just the results. I want to see how this one turned out. It wasn't clear 2-0. But we have Castilla here. And Normandy as tiebreaker. We still have 9 minutes to go. And that clearly means I have time for at least one replay. But as it appears, I will have time for 2. As they are short enough. And yeah, hope you guys are enjoying it so far. I definitely do. I need to stop that. It was a great first game. That's a shock. But hey, Sparta, at least I know Stygian is watching since he's in chat. That first game was played really, really well. Got unlucky with that Amarak. I think that just got everything rolling. And then the second one maybe a bit too slow with reaction. Leaving that T22 alone was definitely a mistake, I feel. But you can only get better from here on out. So work on it and you're gonna bring some good results. Because that one looked very promising. And you know, I'm happy to see new teams on the rise. Or at least some, you know. Not just rebranded new season clan, but older clans that, you know, are making an appearance within the higher parts of the tournament. Sparta therefore being one of such teams. And you know, I'm happy about that. Hey Babon. Poor lad. Oh, talking about Amarax. That poor SU. I just remember Dark also sent in a replay the other day in realistic Amaracking another SU100. This is just cyberbullying SUs here. That's very sad. Bit of a rushed shot, in my opinion. Could have definitely aimed that a little longer. I can see the tilt from Vaban Institute. Come on, man. You played great. Regardless of that. Thank you, Layla, for your worries, but I'm fine. My throat doesn't hurt too much anymore, but my nose is blocked, so I sound deeper than usual. At least I think. In case anyone is wondering. Just a little sick over here. But it is nothing severe, and I'm definitely fine enough to be streaming. I just don't think someone needs to look at me just looking dreadful on camera, so it's off for that reason. Oh, Jesus Christ. That is 8 Sheridans. My god. Oh, I think Dark is having slight lag in this replay. Just ever so slightly. Did he say something? Nice replay. Looks like aimbotting. Package loss. That is package loss. If it looks like aimbotting, it's package loss. $113 camos on your T22? Nice. I'm also over 100 on my Hellcat. But I think you have more. And especially older camos. Bruh. That shot was rushed heavily. Okay, that's what I call a quick shot. That was the Sheridan over there, Doc. Who are you looking for? It's that one. Oh, there's one too. So far, I don't see any aimbotting. I mean, obviously there's none, but you know what I mean, right? Just a Leo gun. That's all this is right now. Someone is salty on the enemy team. Oh, I can see it. Oh god. Nice. Oh, nice. Teammate Dave him help there. He's just driving in circle here. Oh, there's the other 140. Ram him. The Leo weighs quite a bit for a medium, so it's easily doable to ram another medium. Unless it's an E50, of course. You don't want to be ramming that one. Nice track bounce. I get that, Vaban. But you know. RNG is in the game, so we gotta accept that. It's kind of annoying, but RNG can be seen as a balancing factor. Or an equalizer between players. That's how I view it. Also, what the fuck is this stuff? Are you high or something? Alright, I'll play. Like, you know, because of RNG, even weaker teams can beat a stronger team. That's how it works in other games and how it's, you know, seen in other games do. I'm not saying either team is weaker, it's just, you know, RNG does affect a game that way. It's just very awkward. But yeah, we're moving on to Castilla. It's not gonna be fun. It ain't no fun. Because it's a very slow-paced map every time. At least not every time, but a lot of the times. Because this is a map where you generally don't want to go too risky. At least personally, I wouldn't. But yeah. Alright, let's have a look at these lineups. We need the 7th player on APA side, preferably. But yeah, we have double 50 again. Own it. This time, Reity, though, of course, playing. Wait, what? Reity's playing? I thought they lost. Oh, no, they won against Quick. I was talking bullshit earlier. Reity still has a team, and sorry for that. Apologies. But yeah, double 50, double Kran, double E5, and a Vickers seems like a very aggressive lineup. Do we have a 7th player on APA side now? Going with a tank destroyer. Oh. 268 here. Double Kran, VK. An E5, a T20, and double T22. That's a very specialized lineup. In terms of, you know, having a TD, having some mediums and heavies. So, very interested to see how Venue is going to be setting up. I would assume in that corner back there, or on the hill in front of us. So, let's see what they do. And also what Reity will be doing here. L no pen. An interesting name indeed. Going quite aggressively here. With his team in support, of course. Easy climb for this A defense. And we do indeed see Venue here going for an A cover. And we have Charlie in the 50. And Forever here, who are going to be just holding this corner. As you would expect. Would you look at that? We have a Kranwagen up here. I've seen it a couple of times, but not too often. Trying to blind fire into Masinek's position. Not sure how close the first one was. But he might shoot again here once his third shell is ready. No cap attempt yet. Oh. Nope, he hit the ground here. But that at least gives Masinek the idea that someone is there. We have the 268 here lined up. He cannot see anything right now. Don't think he has an angle on those 50s. With pencil case also down there. And Manfuck here, both covering B. But otherwise, it seems APA is lining up for A here. And that is exactly what's happening. We have the Vickers up top spotting that. And we have Spitty. Oh. Oh, that took him a bit. Really didn't want to risk that reset, but that was very close. But it worked out in the end. Double 50s here did get seen as well. Missed shot by the 268. And even Witcher here took a shot. Not sure from whom. Might have been from Vicky over here in the E5 up top. Gotta be careful, there's an angle here for Masinek over there. If he peeks up too far, up or back. Both results are definitely possible, but it's some really early damage here. Some really good early damage from Reity. Also now have a relocation from both T22s here. It seems instead of going for A, they now plan to do C instead. But I feel like Reity is having some kind of supercomputer here. Having the Vickers on the side. Now the T22s are moving back. Some very interesting mind games here from both these teams. And just in general, a very slow approach so far. Motherfucking having the same idea of a possible Vickers there. We are past 3 minutes into the game. And approach number 2 on A. Witcher here taking another what Vicky. They're holding him back from peeking against Spitty easily. There's the reset. The Vickers needs to do it now. They need to reset also though, and that's not happening. A little too late. But they lost quite a bit of hit points on their main DPM here. But getting that cap pressure definitely is crucial. Ooh, what a good shot there. Into the E5, straight onto the upper plate as well with AP. Takes another one from the Kranwagen back there. Now pushed back quite severely. And with that, Reity now under pressure. Because they're now pushing forward. Oh, and APA also, again, relocating their T22s. Now, oh wow, that tree is definitely shielding Masinek here. No doubt. Because needs to be careful not to be spotted here. To stay outside of that VK's proxy spotting. But yeah, this tree is really supporting him heavily. And the T22 is now playing it passively. They don't need to be in the forefront. They are now just pure damage support here for those two heavies in front of them. 3 if we include the VK over here. But yeah, there's not a lot they can do right now. They're quite up in hit points, but I don't think that does a lot when there's a really... Oh, he did end up getting spotted here. Oh, good shot from the Vickers. Didn't get seen either, and Icky. Now in C. Manfuck taking some damage, and Spitty. Straight into A here. He's safe from the T22, safe from the 268. And Reity pushing up with those double 50s, finally unleashing them here. Which are down to 2 hit points. A here. Stolen. But Spitty now has to hold a 2 against Kiro. With the support of a 268. B now being approached by Pencil Case. Oh, and look at that clipping onto that E5 here. And Forever, he definitely needs to clean him now before he reloads. Getting a ram kill with the 50 here. Saving themselves the A cap. Oh, he takes another one. Then you hear some really good support damage. Speedy there going out for basically nothing. And Witcher still alive, finally going down here. Elpen here pushing very aggressively into the enemy lines now. Pushing back those T22s. His team now slowly pushing forward. We have Vicky over there in their crown. And look at this aggression from the Vickers. He wants that T22 out, pushing him out in front of the Kranwagen. This man has some very interesting balls. But it was necessary because they got that kill. And because of that kill, they did manage to overtake just enough. What a close one. They had to kill 3 tanks and lose 1 in order to balance out an early A cap. What a strong game. But Reity's gamble here. Elnopen, absolute MVP of that game. Goddamn. What a great game. Not sure, Petara. No clue about that. That's a bug that's existed for a while. You will see it for other teams as well. Like, Sparta before also didn't say Sparta, I think. It's something that you can fully ignore. Not really sure what causes it though. But yeah, regardless of that, lineup change on both teams. We now have Vickers T22 here for APA, now wanting to go a little bit more composed with their lineup, I think. That a lot more reasonable. Double Kran here again and triple E5 State. Getting rid of that 268 who did do good amount of damage, but doing damage alone. Clearly not enough. We also have an ice for double Kran, E5 double TVP here for Reity with a Vickers. A very peculiar lineup, but we have not we have seen double TVP before. Just not in this manner. And it seems APA here wanting to go for an all-out push on the C side. Kiro here right at the forefront, trying to have at least a small amount of crossfire here. Oh, he sees that double TVP. And APA here going very aggressive. The TVP's already running as well as the Vickers. And Reity here leaving those double Krans alone. Not the best idea when they're hunted by 2 E5s. Ooh, pencil case. Losing a repair kit. Does he have a second? No, he doesn't. Tracked out in the open. He will go down here, but we have Ad here trying to block him to the best of his abilities. But pencil case just going down, and these Krans just did not have enough support. And Reity is not moving. They are not moving a slight bit here. These double TVPs should have definitely not left. Nor did the Vickers, and those 2 in the middle should have pushed up a lot earlier than they did. And APA here now with a massive lead in hit points. Are definitely gonna keep on taking that advantage forward. Biznai here down to a 1-shot, but that doesn't matter all too much when you're down 2 tanks. Or up 2 tanks, in case for APA. Up 4,000 hit points. And Reity just did not play that smart. Seeing Kiro here, seeing 3 tanks over there. Not sure why they retreated. Not sure why those 2 didn't move. But it was definitely a misplay on behalf of Reity here. A misjudgment at the very least. We have 2 kills here now, thanks to those TVPs, but that's about it. E5 here, blown up, I believe. Vicky now alone in the middle. And that game is already decided here. And just like against Sparta, APA losing the first. And then coming back in the second round, very, very dominant. Showing off Reity here. And what a way to do it as well. Gonna move now on to Tiebreaker. The second one in a row for the team of APA in this evening. And Reity definitely need to think about the next game. Ignore this one, or at least acknowledge the mistakes that have been made. And see if they can improve in this next one. Because they definitely have to if they want to win here. But that was absolute domination here from APA. And there's nothing else to say about that one. What a strong game. Wow. We are getting some fantastic games tonight. Alright, we have a lineup change, obviously, as we are now moving maps, changing maps. Moving on to Normandy. Another map with 4 cap circles. What e5 here from APA. Definitely want to go for that mobility, able to react to anything-esque lineup. Also with double crans. And an e5. A Vickers, sorry. Reity here going for a similar lineup, but a different cran e5 split, going triple-triple. And a singular Vickers. So very, very similar lineup here. And let's see if Reity is able to win this one and overturn APA here, which would be quite the upset. Or if APA, just like with Sparta, are gonna shut them down here within the tiebreaker. It will be a very interesting match to watch. And let's see. Hit points here are pretty similar. And we can of course see a lot of speed boosts pop early. A lot more for Reity than they are for APA. Taking it a bit slower. But that also means cap advantage here. We'll go to Reity. Oh, look at that. Yennefer seeing all 3 cappers of C. Wisna down there at A all alone could easily go for a cap here. Which they, of course, do not yet know. Charlie here spotting Yennefer again. And so far a very standard approach to Normandy that we have seen many times before. We have El No Pen trying his best to now defend the A-cap. Wisna here. Trying a good blind shot. Not sure why Hesh was not used here from that Vickers. Definitely should have been used for an easy reset, as it now leaves Reity needing to push here, but I didn't expect it to be this soon. Straight on the... And the ad here getting a bit of focus fire on him now, losing the track. Don't think he has another repair kit. But the pressure from APA not strong enough. Now the push coming in from the crans, from the E5s here onto Venue and Witcher. But the focus fire from APA seemingly a bit better. Venue here now getting absolutely hammered though. Pencil Case does get a high roll, managed to clear him, and Vicky here behind him will now go down as well. Manfak though, what happened to his hit points? Down to 65, has no loader left. The Vickers here, oh, he misses a crucial kill. And a crucial kill shot, but Witcher is low as well. And all of a sudden, Reity here is turning this one absolutely around. 2 Amorex on the side of Reity, instantly repaired. The Vickers here just giving fire support. A lot better than what Yennefer is able to achieve here. Now having to duel with the Vickers. Kido goes down. So does Iki. 3v5, but Reity in absolute control here. What a magnificent push. What an absolute annihilation here. Reity doing what they just got done in. And that is to just push a flank. Like APA did on that last Castilla game. And my god. Was it dangerous? My god, was it a gamble? But Jesus Christ, it paid off. Wow. Alright, breaking it down. They kept A. They knew a Vickers was here. So they sent the Vickers back. He was already on his way in their spawn. And sent everyone pushing. Meaning they had a tank advantage for quite some time. Before the E5 from down at A arrived. They also had a tank very fast split away. They were faster than I could even react to it as well. And I think they caught APA even more surprised. What a fantastic push here by Reity. Very well executed. And are moving on to the next round. And therefore to the tiebreaker. And with that, let's have a look at the assistant. And it seems as though Endgame has beaten Raid. Loka lost to Serenity, and A1N1 succumbing to Vale here. Well, putting up a good performance tonight. Having 2 upsets now, being APA and A1N1 losing. That is very, very interesting. And my god. Just gonna message Jack again. Oh no. Sorry, wrong one. I want to see the results of all the other teams, how they played. This was a 2-0 here. This was also a 2-0. Oh, wow. And Endgame played also a 2-0. God damn. Well, that is true, but they shouldn't have ran to begin with. The Vickers and the TVPs, in my opinion, should have stayed, and the 2 tanks in the middle should have pushed to, first of all, have shots into the side, which they would have had. Which they ended up not doing because they stayed back. And they would have also put pressure on APA's side. So there was definitely a misjudgment there, or a miscall somewhere in the lineup of Reity. But APA took full advantage of that. But that was not enough to win, it seems. And just gonna be waiting for Jack now. We have 10 minutes, meaning, oops, I have enough time for at least 2 more replays, so... Well, let's just show 1, but it's a long game. Man, that last game was exciting. We just drink another sip of tea. We now have Miggy playing in the bad chat. Jack's not gonna waste too much time here talking to his stream. Because their game was over way earlier than ours, I'm pretty sure. As we had a tiebreaker, right? Let me check the stream even. See what he's doing right now. What he's up to.
This is Reity.
Oh, sorry for that. Oh, Reity's actually in 9th place right now. Oh, there we go.
Game. Hello, Peter.
Hey, Jack. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. You?
A bit sick, but I mean, able
You're
to talk
sick.
about the next game. That's
I
definitely
see.
what I meant.
That's a good hearing that you're sick. Not the sick from Raid, but you know.
Wait, did you just say that's good?
I didn't say that's good. I say that's
That's
not
what I
nice.
heard.
I think you. I don't know if I said that, but maybe that's just Freudian slip right there.
All right, regardless. I'm excited. I had two fantastic matchups, but let me hear about yours first.
Ray just simply got outplayed by Endgame. But Rankum, it was a close one for the first two games. But I think the final the tiebreaker was just commanding performance by them. But they
That was
didn't.
Raid versus Reckham, right?
Yeah, Raid versus Rankum. First game Rankum won that. Presumably, I think that was. I don't know if it was a mistake in calling, or it was just a bad strategy right there. But they got convincingly beaten by Rackham. And the second game, Rackham did something similar, but it happened like when both teams had caps, and it was Rackham that did the rotation. Both teams went to the northeastern corner of Yukon, trying to win the position there, but both couldn't, and both lost because of trying to get hold of that corner on Yukon, and then went down to Wintermine, North Korea, where Sig in that T22, although taking their first hit, spoiled up Rackham attempting to cross into the southwestern corner of Wintermine, North Korea, and got bled to death by the crossfire of Raid. In particular, Pam Patrol crew getting perma-tracked in that T125. Oops.
Alright. Well, if you talked about your round one since it went to tiebreaker, mine did as well. As
That's
you
great.
probably know. But it was very interesting, I must admit. Sparta putting up an amazing fight against APA. The first round was very standard beginning to Yukon. APA playing with a very unusual lineup, though. Double mouse and double VKP is something you would expect on maybe Dynasties, but not on Yukon. At least I wouldn't. And holding those mouses back for very long, waiting, what the other team does. Sparta had a T22 and a Vickers, so definitely a lot lighter. But the rest was pretty much the same, some E5, some Kranwagens, the usual stuff.
Right.
And then it came down to a push into the A corner, as I think most Yukon games end up being, which APA actually won that engagement itself. But the issue was they kept those Vickers and T22 alive on the side of Sparta. Meaning, at the end of the fight, even though they were up like 2,000 or 3,000 hit points when it was a 2v2, a mouse, even a double to begin with, against the Vickers and a T22 is not going to work. And Sparta played this really smart, playing with caps, driving around, stealing caps, stopping caps. I mean, it was just fantastic how you should play the game, especially in tournaments, I think. So they just outplayed APA in that case. I think it might have also just been APA focusing the wrong target, so target priority was off. But the second game was, I don't want to say it was all RNG, but I think it put in a massive snowballing effect. Because APA was playing over the A side again, the usual with B, and then planning to push over on C. They had a normal lineup that time. And at that game, Sparta was actually doing something interesting. They held back 250s, 50Bs behind their B cap. They had a mouse there to just basically bait out APA over them by time, because that's the only way they could go. Since Sparta was capping B and then D. And had their normal stuff, had double T22, and then APA started pushing. They wanted that B cap, getting over tank advantage. They got out the mouse, and then we saw Vabon, who was in a T22, pushing on their cap. No, wait. That was B. APA at the other spawn. And Yennefer, who was in an E100, saw that. So, of course, your main point is stop that B cap from, getting any more points, drag attention of that E100 that they didn't know was there, but, it would help in the later fight, since APA had already started pushing. But what happened is that Vabon got full HP Amoract.
Oh, no.
So they lost an entire tank. They did not stop the B cap from happening. And I think that did a lot to their mental strength.
Yes.
And so they ended up losing more tanks around their own cap. And APA just absolutely dominated.
Oh, dear.
And when it went to Winter Mali, the start was actually really good for Sparta.
Right.
But they just messed up on focus fire, and APA just waltzed over them, like fully.
I see.
So I'm really happy with Sparta's performance, as they are, the underdog here. But they were just not able to perform that upset, I think, that they hoped for.
Yeah, but they were very close, and I think that was very unfortunate that Amoract happened.
Oh, definitely. I saw Stinge and Vabon in my stream chat. They were not happy.
They were not happy at all. They were also complaining on my chat, so...
Yeah.
On the other hand, I think for Raid, just got outplayed by Endgame. Endgame was just better in both games. In the first game, it was really down to Endgame showing their usual skill dominance over rest of the teams. I mean, Endgame, all of the individual players are amongst the best players in the entire server, if not the game.
Yeah.
So trying to win again in separate brawls where numbers do not vary that much, like pretty much the same for both Endgame Raid, for different areas. It's definitely going to be expected for Endgame to come out on top based on their individual skills, and that was the first game that Raid lost. I think the second game was just Endgame having more map control, and I believe Raid also lost too many hit points at the start. And the double crown Vargans, in that slope near the windmill on the east side, right? They try to hold down there, but I think it was kind of a common position that a lot of teams take. But it didn't work out for Raid. I mean, they have good turret armor, but maybe Endgame managed to find a way to pan the chassis, and in the end, those Crown Vargans lost quite a lot of hit points, and compounding with other tanks losing hit points as well. That gave Endgame a comfortable hit point pool lead to buffer, and they just kind of did really well in also obtaining the A cap as well, trying to punish the STB1. Raid also was not in good positions trying to defend bases, so I think it was just Endgame being more tactically strong and dominant.
Alright, I have 20 seconds. So Reity APA, the first game was amazing because it was basically just a camp out. But APA after some time managed to get A. Reity then became absolutely aggressive, killed tanks on A, managed to get to stole A, and then actually it ended with the timer running out, but they won on points because they got another kill 5 seconds before it ended. And, well, we can't talk about the other games.
I mean, you can. I mean, before the match starts for us, I mean, Alpenstadt, Reity versus Endgame is going to be very exciting. But what do you think? I mean, the other games. Let's just round it up very quickly.
All right. So the second game was a heavy misjudgment from Reity, sending back tanks that shouldn't have been sent back, because APA pushed over the C side very aggressively. So that all ended up being a miscall, misjudgment, misreading of the strat, and APA just waltzed over them. And on Normandy, because it went to tiebreaker, Reity absolutely surprised APA with a push over the BC side, so fast that not even I was able to catch it whilst they were already starting, and just ran over them. And
well, I wish
enjoy your commentary. All right, sorry for that. We just had to round things up there really quickly. Sorry, Jack. Sorry for interrupting you there. Hope he has a fun time in his stream. But let's focus here as we have Endgame versus Reity here. Looking to be very interesting. Reity having a very strong foundation here in these first couple of games. But Endgame, as strong as we know them, that's not going to be enough to beat them. But Reity here with a very intriguing lineup. Double E100, double Kran, double T22, and a 113. These double E100s being especially interesting to my eyes. So let's see how they're able to use them. Endgame here with double Kran, mouse, T22, double E, and then, triple E5 to round things up. After they got an early C cap, now Endgame getting A. And these E100s here being very dominant in this mid street around B here. Just shutting that down. Ooh, not good trade for Orange Tomato. But Charlie getting a good shot into Winch. So far these E100s putting out some good damage. Even Nico there in his E5 did take a shot. Reity here very passive. Have their T22s in the corner. With the 113. Last is gonna be spotting this though. Oh, he doesn't see Spitty. Nor does he see no pen. And they are gonna be pushing straight on Winch here. Vicky going straight on in, and he knows he can do that because he has double T22 supporting him. But the early shots aren't quite coming in. Look at that. Another E100 hit here coming in. And an early kill here on Winch. But they have dropped quite some hit points here on their other vehicles. Need to be a lot more careful now. But El Pen getting some good damage there. Less than 200 roll on that E5. An object there now spotted as well. This gives pretty much a clear indication of Endgame's lineup. With 2 here, 2 here, and 2 over there. But Charlie here getting quite hammered now from Nico and Susie, being Shoko, by the way. For those unaware. Hit points here still very even. But that gun advantage here will definitely come to bite Endgame. Losing Hollow over there in their E5. Getting ammo-wrecked. Reity here being blessed by that RNG. Now able to push on to Shoko here in their mouse. Charlie here probably gonna go down to 1 shot from Karo. Not able to put out another one. Vicky over here in their 113 left alone by the T22s. Definitely was a smart decision though to run and help out the rest of the team. As the hit points are still even, but they do need to kill the mouse here. And start getting you know, some damage back into these last remaining tanks of Endgame. Because they now have the B cap. That's 2 caps against 1. And they're even attacking the C cap here last. Probably gonna straight up push into this. Is able to dodge any damage. And with that, the point income for Reity has stopped here now. At 1, being very aggressive on Karo. And Spitty here alone takes 1 shot from object. Radek should be able to clear him here if he gets to reload in time. Spitty here, can he run? Takes a big shot from Orange. Not able to kill the T22. But he doesn't pen his own shot either. Can he put out one? Yes, he does. And Orange here should be able to clear him and does manage that. Last here. Gonna be able to clear this E100 now. Just needs to pen his next shot. And he does. No pen now in A. Pencil case over here has to fight off object. Who is trying to interrupt this B camp here from getting any more points. Because this is getting very close. But look at pencil case. Oh, object is getting past him. B is being interrupted. A has been stolen. But pencil case here will go down to the combined DPM of these 2 tanks. An endgame here. Oh, and he needed to pen that. Oh, it's very close. Can he get it? Oh, he low rolls. He doesn't roll high enough. An endgame here. Winning it by a very, very short margin. But even if they did kill the E5 first, I think Endgame would have won thanks to the C points and the extra hit points that they had on that T22. Very close game though. Endgame though, putting a lot more work into it than they probably expected to need to. But Reity was very reckless with the hit points and didn't quite save enough for late game. And Endgame here, having to fight off against that horrible RNG of that Amarak, did manage to overcome it and are now in match point. Reity though is looking very strong, like we saw against APA here. Very interested to see what kind of turn this next game will take. Endgame definitely on their shoes now about Reity's capabilities. As we now have Shoko back in the mouse, but potential change. We have double T22 here from Endgame. Double E5 and double Kranwagen. And it shall be a 35 instead. Reity here. Going for the exact same lineup. We have a mirror matchup. And this is looking to be very interesting here. As we move to the next round. And the potential last here, as this is only a best of 3, you only need to win 2 rounds. And let's see how this one will go. Gonna have a split here from Endgame, but it seems their main attention again will be the A side. Reity here going for more of a city approach. Double T22 to the corners though. Only one of them spotted, which is pity. Last here able to catch an eye on him. An Endgame here pushing with all 3 E5s. Straight onto the A cap. That is 5 consumables here going up instantly. And that is double clan over B. And triple E5 through the riverbed. And if Endgame reacts properly, this might go very, very wrong here. Focus fire though on Karo, but the initial shots are not really hitting for Reity. And Karo is able to draw himself out quite well here. But is down to a one-shot. Pencil case here. In a very terrible position as well. So is Ad. And this is not looking good for the hit points of Reity right now. Gun advantage here. For Endgame, Ad down to a 2-shot. Nico's a 1-shot. Karo's a 1-shot, but Nico a 2-shot. Even Radek here. Losing some hit points. But Endgame is keeping these tanks alive. And Reity is not doing that successfully. Absolute massive focus fire on Vicky here. And Endgame here, just having that better focus, having that better control of who to shoot. And are gonna be the ones to win this here. It's a 2v6. And what a fast-paced victory here. Reity with a great idea, but not able to properly respond to the reaction that Endgame gave. They were in very good positions. These E5s had not yet committed enough. Were able to turn around fast enough. Karo was able to draw out. Even Nico was able to draw out. And with that, Endgame here wins that in a very, very strong way. And what a great matchup. Reity here. Again, like Sparta, I want to give credit to very great games. Very well played. And Endgame moves on to the finals. Reity will go down to match of 3rd place, which we will be watching. And I am excited to see their development and how that game will be approached. It appears though as Reity's opponent has not yet been chosen, as they are still playing those games streamed by Fujit and Amunet. And I'm gonna have at least enough time to show one replay. So let's choose this one here. Also from Migi in a chat. Let's see what he's able to do with it. Hey Savik, no, I mean, yes, in fact you did. We had some fantastic games all around today. The matches APA Sparta and APA Reity were fantastic. And now Reity against Endgame was also a very nice display. And, you know, I'm happy to see new teams pop up. Not new clans, new teams, you know, that are able to make a showing here in this high scene of tournament gameplay. And I can only look forward to what they will be able to do in the next Prove Your Skill. And of course the follow-up tournaments, which will be challenges, at least for Reity here. If they, unless they manage to get into top 8 and hold that after the next Prove Your Skill. Because they are currently in 9th. I'm not that good with on-the-spot math, so I am not quite sure if they would be able to actually get into it today. Jack probably has a way better idea of that, thanks to his pretty much up-to-date, you know, table that he has in his stream. So I'm gonna have a look at that once. I mean, I am 5 minutes behind what he's streaming now. And you are 5 minutes behind me hearing what I think about his 5 minutes behind stream. I just want to see the table he has it on. But yeah, very fantastic games all around today. I'm happy to be seeing those, and I hope you guys are as well. But yeah, let's see what Migi can do here. I can't really choose a long replay that goes over 4 minutes. This one just scratches it. Because match of third place games take place once both semis are over. And that means that, let's say I'm showing a replay that's 7 minutes long, and that game ends when I'm 1 minute in, that means I would miss the first game. So, you know, have to think about that. But yeah, I think Reity can definitely be proud of themselves. But I mean, it's not over yet, you know? They still have the match of third place. One second, just helping out Jack here right now. Nice 5k game from the Bat Chat. You really do be liking his Bat Chat, Hank, right now. But yeah, nice game. The room out. And indeed it is. And it will be against Vale here. Let's have a quick look at Vale's performance against Serenity. And it was a 2-0. I thought it was Tiebreaker. But I guess the endgame games were just a little that fast. So, you know. But it is black gold. The map, not of choice, but I mean the map that we're going to be watching here. And it will be double Kran, 1 Vickers T22, and triple E5 here from Vale. And Reity with Vickers T22, double E5, and triple Kran. So, same lineup other than 1 Kran for 1 E5 here. Alright. I am interested to see how this will be turning out then. Very, very interested indeed. I'm just gonna ask Jack if Reity is short of top 8 or not. But yeah, let's focus on this game now. As we move to the last game of today, or the last matchup of today, which is Vale versus Reity. On black gold. Very similar lineups here, so I expect great from both teams. A very slow start. Not sure why we're waiting this long. But this just enhances excitement, and let's see what we're able to do with it. Let's get some air here. And it seems that Tastenkiller not going for an early spot, but going to go for C instead. Okay. And El Nopen gonna go for the typical spot here. Sees 2. Doesn't see Tastenkiller. But he is gonna not go too far. Because there's 2 E5s in C, and you don't necessarily want to go for that. Reity here very passive with the tanks that play here. Good shot by the Vickers. Didn't get spotted for that either. Now the A-cap here being taken by Wonderkind. And Reity playing this one very, very carefully. But I guess I have to take that back because 80 or Ad is already in B. Looking for a very quick cap here. We have seen this multiple times within the season. A very early B cap, and it has worked out. But not every time. So let's see how Vale will be reacting to this. And for now, it seems that Laudo's resets with HE here are enough. But he is getting punished for it. He missed the shot. But Vamilo here, the hero, able to reset in time. And Jory is here as well. And Vale now going very aggressively against this Kranwagen, who is unable to leave his position. And will be shut down here right away. Able to clear him. And that is a very quick gun advantage here. We have the Vickers and T22 on the flank of Reity, meaning these can't move all too much as well. But Reity able to get some good damage in, even if they did lose the tank. And their cap advantage now gone due to losing a tank. They need to be careful here, even if they want to be aggressive. And it seems that they have found a way to not do that. And that is to have Forever and Spitty here. Forever, who's gonna go down to Ego. Gets the clear, meaning a second tank down for Reity here. And they are trying to push on the other flank here, which is not working out. With Charlie here now down to a one-shot, and so is L no pen. And Vale here. With an absolute shutdown across the board. Even if Lauro does go down to Spitty. The game itself has been won by Vale. Very strong here. Very good reaction and very quick one as well there. Not just relying on Lauro to do the HE resets, but also sending in those crans. And E5s there for B. Absolutely annihilating. And there who was in the Kranwagen. And very quickly shutting him down. That was an absolute display of domination here. From Vale. And Reity just not able to react properly there. Don't think they I mean, I think they did not expect that. But my goodness. Lineup change here for both sides. Double ice 4 here from Vale this time. Might see a B play from them this time? Maybe? Who knows? Triple E5 again. Vickers and the Kranwagen here. Getting rid of that T22. And Reity here sticking to the T22 Vickers combination. Actually, they have not changed their lineup at all. I don't think at least, right? They played triple E5 before. So, with that, we move on to match point here for Vale. Reity a bit caught, just, I guess, with their pants there. Definitely need to be able to react better than that. Okay. I'm very intrigued by these ice fours. Because all you really see them do is this play, and this ridge line, and this one right here. And it seems that that is what Vale is doing. A very, very quick cap here. On B, Wonderkind and root away. Already there, after seeing that these E5s did not get spotted by something here. Ego there getting double tap. Good shot by these double Kranwagens here. But B is now taken. C will be taken as well. And Reity is gonna absolutely be down on points. What a very fast way to cap. Forever here taking an unnecessary hit. Not sure why he just didn't go front ways. We didn't wait long enough. Took another one. Very good eagle eye there from Joy to spot that. Wego, he also takes another one though. Has to be more cautious about his hit points. Tastenkiller here getting surprised by Charlie. But we already see aggression here from Vale. Wonderkind here forward. Run away in the back. And we have the E5s here on the sidelines. And focus is on these crans right now. Vicky here alone. Pushing in there. A bit of a misjudgment on his own, I think. As Pencil Case there dropped away. Now going in with the E5 from Spitty. But that might be a little late here. Hit points are still even. But right now, Vale seems to be a lot more concentrated and pincering a little bit better here with Jory and Vamilo now coming in on the side. With Vicky here rather low, down to a 2-shot. Forever's down to a 2-shot. Vicky goes down. Pencil case here also now very low. With Lauro going down to the Vickers. And Vale here slowly but surely getting an HP advantage. The tanks are still even though. Spitty here going down gives them an extra gun. Forever Green over here needs to stay alive, but does go down as well. Tusken Killer not going to be able to win his duel. But that shouldn't matter too much, as Vale is already on 900 points. And here will go down within B. Oh, Vamilo, they're paying good attention. The C5 can't leave, but the Vickers can. And both mobile tanks of Reity still alive. Wonderkind is a one-shot. And El No Pen here having some good shots into the back of these heavies. Charlie, can he get the clear? He does manage it. But the points win it regardless here for Vale. If he'd just been a little bit quicker on that kill, might have been possible, but I doubt so. And Vale here able to overtake them. And with that, that's it in terms of the tournament for me for today. As we now have Serenity and Endgame here, streamed by Amulet, Fujit, and Wild Ones Helper, if you want to check out their channels. Preferably one of my moderators, maybe David, could send in their channel links or even just the stream links. So yeah, if you want to see that match, definitely go check out their stream. I will end mine here, as this one starts in 3 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Feedback is always appreciated. If I did mispronounce a name, let me know on Discord, and I will try to fix it as soon as I can. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and see you all again next time. Bye bye.